RudeNation! We're back and live and in living motherfucking color.
Sound.
Oh, sound, yeah. And color, too.
We're not a fucking visual medium,
yes.
so we can't be in color.
And we outlast many other of our rival podcasts. I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
Right? Are they still doing their thing?
I think so.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't know. I don't follow them on social media.
I hear...
You've heard...
there's a lot of buzzing in my ear.
A lot of yapping.
A lot of buzzing in my ear.
A lot of circling. Remember you used to circle Toys R Us catalogs?
Oh my god. I used to make sure that all my good shit was in the middle on my Christmas list.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
So this way when my parents want to start crossing stuff off when I'm a bad boy...
They go through all the dummy items.
Oh yeah, like all the clothes and everything.
Oh, fuck.
Aha!
Whatever.
You dumb bitch.
RudeNation, I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
And we are back for the Rudeboyz Power Hour Plus. Episode 186?
185?
180?
186?
186!
Right.
I did it, everybody. Yay!
Yeah, you finally got one.
It's going to be a little catch-up episode. We got some stuff going on for Fantastic Four. First Steps is coming out later this month, so we're going to talk about that later. Well, not this episode, in a later episode. We got our question out from last episode as far as what video game has had you hyped. So hopefully you remember your answer, Tom, because I don't. But I'll come up with something on the fly. We'll talk about that later in the episode. That'll be later in this episode. But for now, Tommy... Ask me that question.
What is in our mouth?
We're still in our sober era, everybody. This, my friend, is agua de pepino.
It smells like cucumbers.
It is cucumber water.
Okay.
It's like a cucumber juice with some lime, some
juice!
Mint, some lime, some mint. It's pretty refreshing. And quite tasty, because I've had it before. There's a little more. Just clean it up. You're the taste victim. Here we go.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I ain't trying to take my mixology
in the opposite way.
Not necessarily the opposite way. Like I still like to mix drinks, but you know this is non-alcoholic, so that's fun.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty tasty. Top you off. Got a little more. Get rid of this mason jar. But there we go. Nice. We got some nice agua de pepino. It is cucumbers, water, lime, mint, sugar.
Sugar! Water!
There it is.
When I was a boy, I used to drink sugar water.
Vanessa. I'll put my hands on my head. What did you just do?
My phone unplugged.
Oh, alright.
Alright, calm down.
I'm calm.
This guy, man!
Brother, I'm calm.
Are you?
Alright, yes, I am. We are slowly watching democracy decay.
Slowly?
Yeah, it's actually quite
rapid. It's fucking warp speed, motherfucker!
It actually is quite fast. I need to lower the mic volume, because I did notice that the volume sounds a little pitchy.
Wow. I feel like you're trying to censor me now.
Alright, take it easy. Take it easy there, tinfoil man.
Talk about democracy dying. I'm getting censored now.
Democracy, man. Tom, you got canceled a long time ago. Apparently, we're going to be put on a list after this episode, right? You're calling it right now, like Babe Ruth taking
between this, the top 10.
No, you said this episode.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Tom's got something ready to go,
but we'll be rotting together in Alligator Alcatraz,
circling that drain. What else we got, Tom? What's going on, buddy?
Oh, I'm going to start.
Yeah. Oh no! I mean, we through the Blitzkrieg.
Oh yeah, loosey goosey, baby. Loosey goosey. Yeah, I know. Punisher will be in Brand New Day. Which is pretty cool. We're finally getting some TV crossover and movie crossover.
Yes, correct.
I mean,
we saw Matt Murdock in No Way Home and
Ms. Marvel in the Marvels.
Oh yeah, fair. I just think of Spider-Man. Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
This is giving me what I want. I think I posted this on Instagram way back when. I think that dude Boss Logic or something. He did like one of those like photorealistic pictures of his, and it was Tom Holland Spider-Man, Charlie Cox Daredevil, and John Bernthal Punisher, kind of like palling around.
Okay,
as they would not really be palling
No.
around, but like they're interacting in the dark, gritty neighborhood of New York City, the socialist dystopia apparently that it's going to become. But I don't agree with that at all.
Better than
meaning that it should be
better than the bullshit of what this country is being.
correct. Yes, but seeing John Bernthal and then now Punisher. Punisher debuted in Spider-Man. Is 121 the one? That was the one Gwen Stacy died.
Glory be a day.
One of the. Jesus Christ.
I have no chill.
What was that? Glory be a day? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic Four!
Fantastic Four. That's next episode. But this episode, talking about Punisher being in Brand New Day, very excited about that.
Yeah.
We don't really know. We know after Born Again, Punisher did escape the prison, was in the process of escaping the prison. One of the two.
He broke a guy's arm in half.
There will be a Punisher special feature, right? Done by John Bernthal, written or directed or both. Some combination.
I think he's a co-writer.
Presumably he will be in Born Again Season 2, but Brand New Day is going to pop up in the year of 2026. Next year.
Yes.
Expected July 31st. I don't think we're getting a Punisher thing or a new Daredevil thing after that. Or since before that, I should say.
I think Born Again is definitely... it probably won't be before that.
Yeah, it probably won't be before that.
Yeah.
But, what was I just going to say? Oh, yeah, something else we didn't talk about. They bumped for a full year, right? Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yes.
They did do that. Because there was, I think when, Sony announced that Brand New Day was coming out on July 31st, 2026, it was going to be in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and everybody's like, oh, that's a little odd,
That
but
makes no sense.
whatever. Yeah, well, Sony.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, the Avengers movies got bumped, which, fine. Listen, give everything a little more time.
Mm-hmm.
Let it all percolate. The Russos got to count all their bills that they got after the dump truck of money Kevin Feige dropped off to him right after he dropped it off at Robert Downey Jr.
We'll see if that ends.
There you go.
We'll see if that ends up.
But are you all right?
Nope.
All right. But
Well, speaking of Sony,
oh,
Sony has officially canceled all Spider-Man spin-offs.
yeah, we talked about that.
Did we?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I know, but not in our heart of hearts yet, because we still have Craven. No.
I know, you keep avoiding that.
I'm actually watching movies that, there's part of me that want to watch it.
Part of me wants to watch Craven.
I'm just, they're so boring.
I'm curious.
Listen, we'll have to, well, it's on the list.
Gonna have to make sure you don't fall asleep during it.
If it's boring, I'm gonna fall asleep during it. And I was so drunk during Last Dance, I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that fucking movie.
I was just
probably
sleeping.
for good reason.
Yeah, probably.
You saw it in Hollywood House of Hamburgers, Haunted House of Hamburgers, which is nothing scarier than that. Everybody watching a goddamn the trilogy ending Venom movie.
No, then we watched it here.
As long as you remember, allegedly. Yes.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Fuck it. Always got in fucking Blitzkrieg on stupid ass somber notes, huh?
We don't have to.
I mean, I pay the respect.
I guess so.
R.I.P. to... We lost two good actors. Chris is gonna have no drink by the time I'm done talking.
It's really tasty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Why you pump them,
They're
and then you
pumped.
could shoot the rest.
They're pumped.
Michael Madsen, known for obviously Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill. He was in Blood Rain. Stop it.
He was, yes. He was
Did you ever
all
see
those
that
things.
movie?
Blood Rain?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
The chick who played the female Terminator in Terminator 3
Oh, yeah.
played Blood Rain.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And we also lost Julian McMahon, who...
This was today.
This was
That
today,
popped
yeah.
off, yeah.
Who played Dr. Doom in the two Fantastic Four movies that Fox did.
Yes.
Let me get there.
Okay.
He was also in Nip Tuck. He was in Charmed. Apparently he was in The Runaways, which I had no clue. And, yeah, it sucks.
His name was Jonah.
Huh?
His name was Jonah. His name was Jonah. Is that a song?
Yeah, Weezer.
Oh. Well, had to ruin it, right? Let's clank it up to Michael Madsen.
And Julian McMahon.
Clank it up. Rest in power.
All the good ones keep going, and the fucking shitheads keep living and ruining our good country.
Yeah, man. Bad guys live forever.
Seriously. Chris, what have you been up to? You could go first, because I apparently have no life.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You were doing things on your list.
No, I know, but you... I'm making a joke.
Well, we do a lot of stuff together, too. There's a lot of stuff we
do.
talk about.
Pull putt together.
Not together. Maybe separately at the same time in different locations. It's bound to happen.
Of the studio.
It's
only different locations of the studio.
Stop. Separate corners, no eye contact.
Sometimes I like to peek.
That's a fucking good title.
Separate corners, no eye
I've been playing some games. Well, we talked about Switch 2. Got Switch 2.
Yes.
I effectively finished up Mario Kart World. Now I got all the costumes, we did all the tracks, got all the trophies.
Just waiting for that DLC now.
Waiting for more DLC. The free roam world isn't so hot, but whatever. It's a nice, fun distraction. So I'm effectively done with that. But Rainbow Road, Tom, you famously dislike Rainbow Road a hell of a lot. This Rainbow Road kind of kicks ass.
It's not a piece of shit.
High praise. So I was trying to finish up some other games that I had kicking around, right? Doom the Dark Ages. Played that when it came out on Game Pass. Doing a level here and there. I infinitely liked it more when I started to just play the fucking game. Meaning, the game is very good at giving you a map and saying, oh, hey, there's secrets over here, secrets over there.
From what I saw, yeah.
Yeah. But if I gotta run all over this map with not an enemy in sight, just to collect a fucking in-universe Funko Pop or whatever, this is a little boring. So if I just get into the fucking game, and it tells me to go here and I go there, and I get into a big old firefight, that's more fun for me. Right? So I started enjoying it pretty much when I started kind of like letting go. Exactly, yes. When I started giving up the whole fact that I'm like, listen, don't try to fight for 100%. Yeah, just get into it and go for it.
If you get 100%, cool.
This game, I said this on Blue Sky, this game is like the, it's like a game that's like, and then some. You know what I mean? Like a yeah, sure game. Like, oh, how about, all right, Doom guy's got a shield and it throws like Captain America. Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Right. How about he has a parry system? Yeah, sure. How about there's aliens and demons and cosmic horror Cthulhu monsters? Yeah, sure. How about you ride a fucking dragon with lasers?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. How about a giant Gundam? You want a Gundam? Yep. You want to fight giant monsters as well? Yeah, sure. That's what it was, and it was a lot of fun. I want to replay Doom 2016 again.
Okay.
Because I remember enjoying that when I played it. I think on like PS4 I played it. Doom Eternal I didn't really dig that much because it was like just a different vibe altogether. But this was really good. I think the soundtrack kind of lacks in this game a little bit because like it definitely repeats itself a little too much. When I remember the Doom 2016, it was a really good soundtrack.
Nice.
Like I want to definitely try that again. But I still want to play some of the Doom games because I've only played in this year the first one and Doom the Dark Ages. Everything's on Game Pass. I'm gonna try it out. Look at this controller! It's so neat. Also on Game Pass, because I knew I was going to bounce off it, was the game Blueprints, which I showed Tom a little bit about this, and you wanted to play it a little bit. You were like, let me try.
Yeah, and then I was like, no.
This game, I am too dumb for this game. and I don't
No,
mean to.
you're not too dumb. The game's too smart.
I like that. Last year I played the game Animal Well, which was kind of like the puzzle game of the year, basically.
Okay.
People were talking about, right? And I was able to not brute force it, but I was able to get myself through it enough to get to the credits, right?
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more puzzles to find? Absolutely. Is there a meta-narrative in that game? Absolutely. But it gave me enough oomph to get through and see the credits so I can be like, you know what? Pat on the back. That was a fine game. That was a fine experience. Blueprints sort of nudges me in the way. Ironically, almost like through a house, yet sometimes I hit a dead end. And then I'm like, I don't know about this. Then you throw in like the roguelike elements where it's like, if you basically run out of steps or you run out of avenues to get through the house. For those who don't know, you're supposed to find room 46 in a 45-room estate. Each room is procedurally generated, and you basically kind of have to work your way through this entire manor to find room 46. There is also dead ends. There is also items to pick up. There's also meta-narrative. There's also puzzles that are, four-dimensional sort of thinking, you know what I'm saying? And which is all very intriguing. However, the whole roguelite stuff is a bit of a turnoff because I don't feel like I'm progressing enough to be like interested to continue. Don't get me wrong, we did go into Tom saw me go into the tomb and the crypt and all that stuff, but then once I realized I cannot go any further there, I'm like, well, I don't ever want to come back because I did it already.
Well, fuck me,
so I don't need to be like thinking I need to go and I need to press this button in this room and then go here and go, like I need to start writing down a path of stuff. But guess what? If I don't get the right fucking combination of rooms, it's not going to happen. So that bit of randomness and that bit of roguelite-y stuff is kind of turning me away from the game, which I knew. I was like, this is going to hit or I'm going to bounce off it. And I'm more on the fence of bouncing.
Yeah, I was intrigued, and then watching you play more and more, I'm like, I'm just gonna play the fucking pipe game on the computer because that's pretty much what that game is.
The shapes and shit.
Yep. Or I'll go fucking do those missions in Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or like BioShock too. That's a very pipe dream. I think.
Yeah.
Tommy, you been playing some video games?
Yes, I have.
What kind of video games you been playing? Also, it's World War fucking 3 out, by the way. Don't Hopefully, it's just fireworks. But,
yeah. With this fucking country, who the fuck
this
knows?
Administration and this economy,
who the fuck knows, man?
What have you been playing?
Scumbag mayor who wants to work, current mayor who wants to actually work with Taco.
Sure.
Huh?
Well, sure, yeah.
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 I've been playing a game called Brotato.
Mm-hmm.
This is very much like Vampire Survivors.
Right.
But you are a potato.
Okay.
And there are different potatoes. Even though the potatoes look like an egg. It should...
Okay.
I don't know why it's called Brotato.
Uh-huh.
There's only one Brotato that looks like a potato.
Okay. You need to stop saying the same. You need to stop saying Brotato.
Not at all.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, you have one Brotato that is... He's called a multitasker.
Okay.
And so... You can hold... From what I've gathered, you can hold unlimited amount of items.
Okay.
And it's weird, because, there's one item that's, an alien hand, and it'll be sticking out of your head.
Okay.
Or, a tongue, and you have, this big lizard tongue all of a sudden.
Okay.
And each of these, items do different things, obviously. You gotta read what each one does.
Sure.
But, say the multitasker... Now, with the weapons, you could only hold 6 at a time.
Okay.
The multitasker can hold 12 at a time. Yeah, so, he can have guns and arms.
You can do it all.
Yeah, and the board's very, a lot smaller than what it is in Vampire Survivors.
Okay.
I think each round is like a minute to a minute and a half.
Okay.
And once the timer's up, you go on to the next wave. I have not beaten the first boss.
Oh.
Yeah. It is... It gets very fucking... I picked this one wrong item called Bait.
Okay.
And it brings twice as many enemies out onto the board.
Oh.
And I'm like...
Always fun.
Fuck me!
Right.
But yeah, they're different. There's a wizard potato. There's a apprentice, which I got destroyed using him.
Okay.
Do
you like this more than Vampire Survivors?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Because
Okay.
it doesn't have the whole Castlevania.
Okay, but minus
aspect.
all that stuff though.
Yeah,
Like baseline.
it's fun.
Vampire Survivors. Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's not Vampire Survivors.
Right. Okay.
Let me put it that way.
All right, I got you.
It's just a lot of fucking fun.
Okay, that's good. I like that for you.
You know, I can sit there, I can play while having something on the TV.
Right.
Also, jumped back into Magic the Gathering Arena.
What is Magic the Gathering Arena?
Well,
Is that just Magic the Gathering?
yeah, online.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because Marvel Snap has made some questionable decisions.
Ooh, let's talk about these. What kind of decisions did they make?
Like, a lot of... They're making it so only certain people can get certain cards now, and not like they did this whole... They did this whole event. Pretty much where the major reward was Quentin Quire.
Okay.
Kid Omega.
Not a fan.
He was pretty bad at... Like, his card himself was pretty
Oh,
badass.
yeah. No, I hated him in that book.
Yeah.
Well.
He's actually gotten better in the current books.
Oh, I'm happy for him.
Happy for him.
I'm happy for him and happy for every fan of his that he has. I am not a fan.
I don't know. He cracks me up.
Okay.
But like, pretty much I would have had to spend $100 on in-game gold in order to get him.
How come? That's
because
how...
it was like, you got limited resources every time you would win a match.
Okay.
That you use the currency to purchase it, and it was just like, I don't know. It just, to me, it just seems rather dirty.
Sure.
And it was like, you only got 20 of these. They were called voltage points.
Okay.
Meanwhile, he's like, I think he was like 25,000 voltage points.
Oh, okay.
So
So they really
like,
raised the bar.
Yeah, it was like, wow, okay, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Like,
It's a little scummy.
so like, not going to do the season pass for the next few months. Going to see if they make better decisions. Going to vote with my dollars.
That's all. Listen, that's a wonderful...
Magic the Gathering's pretty cool right now because they just incorporated Final Fantasy.
And there it is.
There it is.
And there it is.
What? But it's cool though because I could just play and unlock card packs and get those Final Fantasy cards. I don't have to spend money. Like, if I want to treat myself, I could spend money to get more packs if I want to.
Right, sure.
It's like Snap, I feel like, has very much become a pay to win type of shit.
I remember
now.
that was a big.
Well, since they've pulled away from their one developer, Newverse,
okay,
because when TikTok went down, remember Snap went down.
Yes.
So since they pulled away from them, it's like they're making kind of shitty business decisions.
Interesting.
So,
okay. That's tough to hear, but
it is.
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still play, but
right.
I won't give them money.
There you go.
Voting
with your dollars, everybody.
Exactly.
Nothing more American than that.
Been rewatching Young Justice. One, I forgot how long season 1 was.
Okay.
Season 1's almost 30 episodes. Because I think they didn't know where they were going.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know if they were going to be renewed at that time. So they were just trying to cram everything in.
I got you.
So now I'm on season 2, which is season 2 is good. A lot of heaviness, chilling like in the air on season 2.
4 seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's such a good show.
Right.
With like the fact that it got canceled for Teen Titans Go, it stings, but
Right.
I have access to it, and that's
There
what's
you go.
important.
There you go.
Also watched on Netflix, which did not expect it, but the girlfriend recommended it. K-pop Demon Slayers.
Yes, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah,
it's on my list. I want to check that out.
The animation was really good.
That's what I've heard that's what's intriguing to me.
The music was really good. Was good.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say really good, but like the songs were good.
Right.
Like it had no right to be as entertaining as it was.
That's beautiful. I like that.
So,
okay.
but that's what I've personally been up to.
Right. Well, we watched some stuff.
Yes, we
together.
did.
We've been doing a very slow rewatch of the Indiana Jones movies.
Very slow.
Very slow. Maybe one a month.
If that.
Because I played Great Circle, and I liked Great Circle, and I wanted to see if I liked the movies again. And we watched Raiders. And I don't think I liked Raiders as much as I remembered liking Raiders. Not to say Raiders is a bad movie. It was a great movie. I thought watching it last time, I was like, this movie is long. You know, I think I pictured it. I pictured the peaks of that movie, and not necessarily like the valleys. You know, like the car chases and the submarines.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't remember this at all. But lo and behold, it happened. We watched Temple of Doom.
Mm-hmm. Or as you call it, Indiana Jones 2.
Well, because that's just easier to type out. And I went into it expecting to be like, ugh, I do not like this movie. But I think I liked it more than I remembered I liked it. But that's not saying it's a good movie. You know what I mean? Like, I might have not liked Raiders this watch, but it's still a great movie.
Right.
I liked Temple of Doom. That doesn't make it a good movie.
Right.
Like, it is not a great Indiana Jones movie. But when you start realizing that these Indiana Jones movies are stage plays, which, yes, all movies are plays in a way, Tom.
I didn't say it.
Before you
I already made the joke
bell.
off air, so I'm not gonna make it again.
Why not?
Because you already cut me off at the fucking balls.
Exactly. There you go. So,
yeah.
Robbed you.
I heard you got robbed.
When they, like they're all fucking goofball characters. Like the fucking bar shootout scene in the first scene of Temple of Doom. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like, all right, cool, no problem. You know, it's like a stage show. You know, like a big spectacle. Like, you know, that's like the thing in at MGM Studio, Hollywood Studios, down in Florida. You know, where it's just like a big production. That's all these movies are. They're just a big dumb production.
As they usually are.
Yes, but like when you realize it's like they're not peak cinema. They might be a good story, or might be fun, entertaining.
We're up to my favorite one.
Last Crusade
is amazing.
I'm excited to watch that, yes.
So am I.
And then the next two we'll see. After that, I saw Crystal Skull in theaters. That Tom's yawn says it all.
I'm so sorry you wasted money on that.
I've wasted money on a lot more.
I know.
Than that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm excited to do that. I was actually seeing... So, we were looking this up. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, Adventures, whatever it is. Not available on streaming anywhere.
Nope.
I don't think I'm that big of an Indiana Jones fan to plunk down money for the DVDs, but, you know...
Well, in this sober era
piracy is an option. What?
In the sober era that you and I are in right now, right now you're not.
Yeah, but that means I'm very specific on things. I ordered a MetaQuest.
Oh, what?
The virtual reality. Because there was a cool black and green one. It had like Xbox stuff on it. So get ready to hear about that next episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God.
I can play the new Batman game.
So we're gonna have to go to Best Buy to get you a new TV because you're gonna just.
Oh God, yeah.
No, I won't.
I
won't
good.
be playing.
I'm pretty good. I showed Jen the famous video of you.
Oh yeah, freaking
playing
out.
VR. Yeah, very good stuff.
That was scary.
Yeah, but like I can't imagine I just panned over to you and I got you perfect. Like you know, like
it was scary and I was sweaty. It was.
Check out our YouTube. I think it's on TikTok also. But
is it?
Check out. It's I think it's a YouTube short.
Nice.
YouTube.com/@RudeBoyz469. Check out that video. Something else we watched together.
Yes.
But separately. Well, no, we watched together. We just watched it. The Day the Earth Blew Up. A Looney Tunes movie. $15 off of Amazon Prime from Ketchup Entertainment. Because they took it from Warner Brothers / Max. Because Max are... Yeah, the fucking Max.
I thought they went back to HBO.
Yeah, because they are...
They don't know what they're doing.
What? We're going to get canceled anyway. They're retarded. They're a bunch of retards. But guess what? They're making billions of dollars. So great. Good for you. All right? Retards.
Fucking what?
Corporate fucking ninnies.
Wow, okay.
I'm not crossing that line.
I was like... I heard that
first syllable.
I was like,
no, canceled. These guys, David Zivlav, whatever, piece of shit. You know, they merged Warner Brothers Discovery. Now they're spinning them back out, probably just to fucking line his fucking golden parachute with more fucking money. It's a piece of shit. Millionaires and billionaires are actually a flaw in our system. Those should not exist.
Correct.
Those should not exist.
Yeah.
No good billionaires, no good millionaires. Nope. Keep the rich. Bring it back. This movie was okay. I mean,
You're giving that high praise.
It was a Looney Tunes movie, which Looney Tunes movies aren't great.
It was so.
Do you remember,
the one with Jenna Elfman? Yes.
No, I'm not. No, not fuck those live action ones. Space Jam's probably the best one, but the first one.
Yeah, Lola Bunny, man, was. Whew.
But I'm talking about
peak
it
cinema.
Was Quackbusters. Do you remember seeing that back in the day?
No.
It was basically Daffy Duck running like a Ghostbusters sort of thing, where he would go, you know, and all it was just stringing together classic Looney Tunes cartoons, like him with as Duck Tracy. You know that famous one where it was like pickle puss, you know, neon noodle, all that shit. You know, is this brand new to you? Is this brand new?
I might have erased it from my brain.
Those are very classic
Looney
Tunes shorts or cartoons or whatever they used to be in theaters. Because as a society, back in Jim Crow, like that's what we all love to do: watch cartoons in movie theaters. It's a weird time. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well.
And now it's 2025. We're watching this $15 DVD, and it is pretty much exactly a Looney Tunes movie. Yep, they're coming to get us.
Fuck them.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Tom? I spoke a lot about it.
It was something.
Yeah, it was something.
Not enough Looney Tune characters.
Yeah, this is a strictly Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia Pig is in the mix.
Which I was a little disappointed in. I kind of thought we were getting the origin story of Marvin the Martian or some shit.
Kind of a missed opportunity there because he clashes with Daffy.
Duck Dodgers. I thought we were gonna it was very lackluster.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You know. And I'm not saying you gotta throw in Bugs Bunny or anyone.
Yeah.
You can throw in the fucking Herman the Big Red Monster or, you can throw in some fucking B-list fucking Looney Tune characters.
That sheepdog or something, or the dodo or
Huckleberry Hound.
That's Hanna-Barbera.
That's Hanna-Barbera. Yeah.
The Saint
Droopy Dog.
Droopy's MGM.
Is it?
Might be Hanna-Barbera.
But you could have thrown in some other characters than just Porky and Daffy, even some of the fucking human characters, like we were saying, like
that grandma or something.
Yeah. Fucking, you just showed her fucking walking down the street with Tweety Bird and Sylvester fucking trolling behind them like a creep.
Not a lot of references, but which I guess whatever. I mean,
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
It was finally lackluster.
Yeah, finally lackluster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a hidden gem or anything.
No. It's actually a gem that should just be buried.
Let's talk about this before we get into the next thing.
Okay.
Our Frank Miller Daredevil run.
Going very slow.
Yes, also going very slow. I'm reading like an issue a week. I mean, probably even slower than that. But we read up to 172. Right?
Okay.
So Frank Miller's in it. Frank Miller's writing it.
Right.
And
penciling it.
Well, yeah, but he was penciling it prior to that, and now he's got it. You know. He's already introduced Elektra.
Yep.
Bullseye's back up in the mix.
Yep.
And now he's bringing back the Kingpin.
Yep.
So Kingpin's back from some sort of
Japan.
dumbass fucking Spider-Man book, I'm sure. And now he's
he retired.
A fucking mob boss.
Yeah, he retired.
Like, well, how we know he is though.
He was a mob boss.
Yes, but now he's like,
and then Vanessa.
Yeah, now he's a fucking boss.
Yeah, because Vanessa's dead.
Yeah. Well, not really.
Not right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But we'll find out what happens to Vanessa. I'm really... I think Frank Miller's writing is very good. I like his art.
It's definitely better than the guy who was actually writing it, like when we started.
Yeah, that was real Marvel-y. Very like I get every issue of a comic might be someone's first.
Right.
So they need to like give a very brief introduction of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, we need to talk about the radioactive chemicals that gave Matt Murdock superhuman strength and speed and agility and his sense, you know?
But the way that guy wrote every issue was his first issue.
Yeah. Yeah, understood, yeah. There was a couple different authors, writers, I believe. At least in the Omnibus. I think it was like 5 issues before Frank Miller actually got into writing. But I like it. We were talking about this. I don't know if this was last episode or not. There was this one page of Daredevil trying to hone in on someone Bullseye kidnapped, trying to hone in on his cough.
Right, yes.
And you see him like on the rooftop, and it's like zoomed out, and he's like hearing the big sounds like sirens, and, you know, cars and stuff like this, and then and it zooms in, and he's like listening to TVs and radios and the rumbling of a train, and then you hear him like honing in on people talking, and you know, like it's pretty good. Ironically, during a Daredevil rewatch I'm doing with Jen, they do that scene. And I'm like, oh shit, like that's pretty good. You know what I mean? So it's funny seeing it on the panel, and then seeing it on the screen. But I see, it's funny, I don't have any previous Daredevil knowledge before this era.
Okay.
So seeing Daredevil kind of get beat the fuck up, I'm sure is probably new to people. Because like I'm thinking like Marvel Comics back then were probably like, you know,
our hero can never be hurt.
Exactly, yeah. You know, and I know Daredevil's always been a little off the beaten path, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't think Spider-Man's gotten beat the fuck up like that in some of his things. I know he's got superhuman strength, but still, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Matt Murdock is just a blind dude who has heightened senses.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's just a dude, but he's getting, like, kind of fucking daggers thrown at him and shit, and, you know, and Kingpin beats the fuck out of him, you know?
Well, I mean, Kingpin's a fucking monster.
Right, but, like, that's, like, you know, that's, like, an anime power scaling thing, where it's just, like, oh, Daredevil's a hero, but this guy just fucking wipes the fucking floor with him.
Like, I mean, there are even parts where Daredevil's, like, punching him. He's like, it's like hitting a wall.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
My hand is my all.
Yeah, my hand is broken, I think. Like, it's fucking brutal. Yeah. But yeah, I like the whole, like, what was it? With the mob, like the bosses who were trying to, like, kill Kingpin.
Yes.
And then, like, Kingpin was just like, yeah, you guys really screwed up. You guys had Bullseye.
Yeah.
And you squandered him. He's like, hey, Bullseye, light my cigarette.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Bullseye, how about I give you more money?
Yeah. But then he lets Daredevil take Bullseye.
Oh well, yeah.
He's just like, yeah,
Because he's like, whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm beyond this. You know, he's thinking
he served his purchase.
and his thing is
Purpose.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
both. He did buy him.
Yes.
He's thinking about the next
Wow.
thing. He even said he was like, you could take Bullseye, but like, I'm still gonna be out there.
Yeah.
You know, like that doesn't solve anything. That solves your problem now.
Right.
That's not gonna solve tomorrow's problem.
So
and then Daredevil's like, fuck.
Yeah. I think with him, with Kingpin killing that Lynch guy,
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, we're going to start getting into when, like, Wesley comes.
Oh, sure, yeah, I can see
Like,
that. Like, they needed someone to kind of, like, you know, get him. And we just saw the episode in fucking the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Where someone had to be like, all right, we got to put Kingpin back on the fucking map.
Yeah.
So how do we do it? Take out his lady, piss him off.
Yep.
That's what's fucking happening. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I've got some gripes. And this is probably just the established Daredevil lore. I don't need to see a panel of his cane flipping into a fucking non-hook position. Because he's a blind man, he can have a stick. I don't know why they have to give him like a fucking walking cane.
Right.
And then magically, like, you have to see that the cane, like, you know, straightens out.
I think that was just like a product of the time.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't need to see this.
Right.
You're out of your mind, Stanley. I'm sure you did this.
Absolutely.
Also, he basically has a whole building for himself. Like he's got like there's this one issue where like it shows like it shows like a cross section of his whole building. He's got like a library and he's got like a gymnasium and he's got this and it's like, what the fuck? Like I get, you know, like how does he stay fit? You know, how does he do this? Like, just he's got a whole gym.
Yeah.
Like what? You're a lawyer in Hell's Kitchen in the 60s.
Yeah, but his father probably took out like a good life insurance.
I don't know. I feel like that's real. Like, I don't know. They don't play into the fact that he's got a whole building, or he's a millionaire or something like that. Do they allude to it? Because I haven't seen anything about.
Well, the whole building thing, they allude to. Like,
do they?
Yeah, as it goes, and we get into the actual Born Again.
Okay.
Like, the actual Born Again book is really fucking good.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm wondering, though, because, like, you know, like you said, you know, you're rewatching Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm here for some of the episodes.
Yes.
Owlsy keeps mentioning his son. I was like, man, that would be really cool if his son comes and his son's the owl. Like, that would be.
He the owl? Isn't Leland Owlsley the owl?
Yeah, but I mean, they got like a fucking geriatric dude to fucking be. I'm like,
yeah. I mean,
if
I always thought that the owl was the owl. Like that's
right,
the owl.
Right, but like, you know, maybe that guy's like Leland Owlsy fucking Jr.
I mean, yeah, they do shit.
I'm like,
that,
come on, fucking give me. I want to see the fucking owl.
Right.
Thought I would never say.
Said
no one ever. Right?
First time I saw the owl was in the Clone Saga.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Amazing Spider-Man, Clone Saga.
Oh man.
It was when it was amazing and adjectiveless Spider-Man. They were following Peter and Webb, and since Spectacular was following Ben.
Okay.
And they did this bit where the owl poisoned Peter, and I think that was also the first time I saw black armored Daredevil with Mark Bagley art. So
I really.
So I was all like, boing, and he gets poisoned, and that's what leads him to Dr. Octopus, and then that's when Kane kills Dr. Octopus. That was like a whole big thing too, in the Clone Saga. But
how are you enjoying it though?
The Frank Miller stuff?
Yeah,
I really am enjoying it.
Good.
Like I think it is. It's definitely so far. It's lived to its height.
Okay.
We broke at issue 173 because it's going to bring back the Berserker, which I'm like, okay, cool. This is a good breaking point. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what Frank Miller does there. But obviously, I know parts of Frank Miller's run,
right?
Including the, death of Elektra and all that shit. So like, but once I get through the omnibus, then it'll be into the companion, and then
I have to say,
take it from there.
It's fucking bizarre. Like reading the Frank Miller stuff, and then also reading the Zdarsky stuff.
Now, give me some thoughts on your Chip Zdarsky.
I was going to when I was finished.
Okay, no problem.
Because I'm on issue 24. I think it's a 31 issue run or something like that.
I forget. Did you get through Devil's Reign yet or not yet? Like the big team up portion, you didn't get to that yet?
I mean, I've already read Devil's Reign. You let me borrow it.
That's
so.
true. Did it happen are you after that yet?
No, he is...
What's Matt doing right now?
He is just running around as Daredevil. Daredevil's about to go on trial. Foggy,
okay, so you're still at that. Okay,
Foggy brought his ex-girlfriend in to help with the proceedings.
I think you're still... I think that's pre-Devil's Reign. Yeah. Because I think Devil's Reign turns the whole...
Right. Elektra's not running around in the Daredevil costume.
Okay, there you go. Good timeline.
Because I think this stops at issue 31, and then that's when it goes to when
Elektra becomes Daredevil?
Right. And I don't remember if they changed the name of the book.
They might call it like Lady Without Fear or something like that. But I think it stays... It's all Daredevil.
Yeah.
But I think then they because I think after Devil's Reign, they might call it Daredevil and Elektra. They might, or maybe that's just like the tongue-in-cheek title of it. It's still Daredevil.
Yeah. I really like the one thing that I just passed was like Spider-Man and Daredevil kind of rebuilt their bridge.
Yes.
And they were talking they hugged on the rooftop because he told Spider-Man told him, he's like, I killed a guy once.
Yeah.
He's like, Wolverine was there. I'm like, of course. Fucking.
It's a lady, yeah.
Just let Wolverine
She
kill
wanted
him.
to die.
Wait, he said it was a guy.
Or maybe there was a different situation.
Yeah.
But no, that was from, this lady wanted Wolverine to kill her. But Spider-Man, of course, is like, no, don't kill her. But she snuck up on Spider-Man, and I guess pre-Spider Sense, or the Spider Sense didn't kick in, or whatever, maybe did, and he thought it was Wolverine, so he ended up killing her. But it was okay. She wanted a death wish. I don't know.
Nah,
The Zdarsky run is really good.
Yeah, it really is.
At least I've only read Devil's Reign. I'll just pick up the omnibus when I get to it.
Definitely, other thing you should pick up when they release more of the graphic novels is the Ultimate Spider-Man now.
Oh yeah!
Holy shit!
Well, they just announced that they're doing the first
big crossover
volume. No, they're doing the first volume of all the books.
Oh yeah,
in a box set.
Okay,
basically. But it's probably the first 5 of Ultimate Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther.
I can tell you right now,
and Wolverine.
Wolverine is a must.
Okay.
Spider-Man is a must. Yeah. Black Panther is a must.
Okay.
Ultimates is a must.
Okay.
X-Men, you can...
People have been saying that, yeah. People
I'm
are saying
not
the Ultimate X-Men is what
for me to drop an X title, it says a lot about it.
Well, what were your thoughts of X-Men 2099?
I've actually only read one issue of it.
Okay.
So... But I have the option.
This is very true. Yeah.
From what I've read, it's written very 90s.
Oh, really?
Very 1990s, not 2090s.
Oh, yeah, 2099. Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I think once Ultimate Spider-Man kind of kicks off more into Omni or something like that. But even all the Ultimate Omnis are definitely take a look at.
And honestly, the 2099 shit, not that good.
No, absolutely.
It's fucking garbage. Just one man's opinion.
I think that's a pretty... I think people like it, the idea of it, probably.
Yeah, I think the coolest design was probably, honestly, Doom 2099.
Oh, yeah. Well, Miguel O'Hara's, too.
Yeah, fuck Miguel O'Hara. Not a fan.
All right, well, cool design, though.
Yeah. I didn't like that suit.
No?
No.
All right, we'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
All right.
I will actually take Ben Reilly's suit over
over
Miguel O'Hara's.
Wow. I mean, so would I.
Yeah.
So that's not an argument.
I've grown as a human.
You have.
Somewhat.
Yes. Let's keep it on the...
I'll backslide.
Let's keep it on the Marvel train.
Okay. Choo choo.
Boo. Ironheart.
Yes.
We watched Ironheart, so spoiler
yeah.
alert for Ironheart. We're going to talk pretty freely about Ironheart.
Fucking
I don't know how much freely about Ironheart, because, like...
Fucking dicks are in the wind. Gonna be talking about Ironheart.
Um...
Like a windsock.
I did not... I liked this more than I thought I would.
Yes.
Not to say I was over the moon over it. I thought it was... Here's the deal. Here's the deal with these Disney Plus shows. Sometimes you're gonna... The main character is a character I don't really care about.
They need to stop with the D-list characters.
And not only that, but now I have to worry about their characters. Their side characters. Their cast of characters. Like, I'm like, oh boy. This is a tall order.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, if the main character in itself is someone I like, okay, cool. Let me learn more about their cast of characters.
Right.
I do not need to do that. However, with that being said, Ironheart was good.
Oh, yes?
I think it is cool, and I said this to you via text. I think it is cool to see another Iron person flying around like one used to do, in a big suit of armor like one used to do. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen enough of everything else that I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. I remember this.
Don't ruin this, Marvel, with the fucking nano shit.
Oh, God, yeah. No, no. Like, they did that in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Too, with the Dora Milaje. They did, like, they had their own suits. I'm like, oh, boy, everybody's got one.
Yeah.
Now.
You know, I mean, they also gave, they gave T'Challa nanosuit in Infinity War instead of the helmet.
Yeah.
Like what was...
I get it.
Like, I don't know, man. I forget, a while back you sent me a video of these, like, two guys talking about, like, just how badass of a scene it is when, like, in Civil War, when T'Challa comes up when Zemo's about to, like, kill him.
And he takes the helmet off.
Yeah, like, it's such a badass moment.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it's so badass. I liked it.
I liked it, too.
I liked the dude who played Hood.
Yes, Anthony Ramos. I think that Hood is... Again, there's going to be parts of this show that are like, really? But whatever.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's an Ironheart show.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that she's got a very deep rogues gallery.
No.
So
she gets, like, saddled with, like, a lot of Stark shit.
Oh, well, I can't imagine why. So, like, the Hood, who's like an Avengers villain, who's got magic powers or some sort of thing.
Married to Madame Mask.
Oh, okay.
Who's also the daughter of Count Nefaria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cruising Safari? African Safari?
No, idiot. But, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is good. And I said to you in text, she is not a great actress.
No, she's not a great actress. Dominique Thorne?
Thorne, yes.
Not a great actress. She looks like she was not in a Disney show. She acts like she's on a Disney show. Like, when she's supposed to look troubled or suspicious, it's like, ugh, stop. Yeah. You look very obvious, you know? Everybody else acts very well.
Yeah.
She does not.
She, I hate to say, definitely needs to take some acting lessons.
Right.
I
mean, who the fuck are we? But,
yeah.
You know, I'm telling you what I like and what I don't.
We finally got Mephisto.
I know, right? In all of these fucking Disney Plus shows. Remember when it was rumored
that
in
Mephisto
all
was
of them?
Everything.
Here he is.
There's this one nutsack YouTuber.
Okay.
What is it? The channel he's on is like Rockstars or something.
Okay.
And
Retards?
Rockstars.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Some shit like that.
Sure. Okay.
Speaking of retards, that's our president.
Okay. Yep.
How
can a man say something so brave yet so right?
Every Disney Plus show, he's just like, yep. He's like, Mephisto's the big bad.
Right.
Like,
yes.
And
calling it.
He apparently was like getting interviewed. And they're like, yo, is Mephisto in Hood? is Mephisto with Ironheart. He's like, and he was like being like very like coy about it because
he said it all the time. He's
called
Wolf all the time.
He was getting ripped apart.
Sure.
New Rockstar is the name of the shitty channel.
Well, let's not plug them.
Yeah.
Make sure you unfollow them, everybody, and go follow the RudeBoyz.
Exactly.
YouTube.com/@RudeBoyz469.
Where you'll get the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you will. You're censoring my truth.
I'm not a big Sacha Baron Cohen fan.
I know this about you.
Yes. I've liked him in two things.
What are those two things?
Sweeney Todd and this.
I can at least name... he wasn't Sweeney Todd, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I like Isla Fisher, and he was in that.
What?
Isla Fisher.
Oh. Exactly.
She was good in Hot Rod. Which, ironically, that's what Sacha... no, I thought he was good. I think he played, like, the devil character. Yeah. Sacha Baron Cohen is Mephisto. Spoiler
and I think
alert.
I liked him in this because...
He's very subdued.
He was only in for, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah. And I think that was the point. I think the creator, or even Ryan Coogler, or the showrunner, or combination thereof, did not want to take it all the way away from Hood. And they were just like, oh, by the way, this is where he got that power from. The devil, effectively. Yeah. And here you go. I didn't really dig the whole fucking Zeke Stain stuff. I thought that was a little...
shoehorned.
That was a little like the ending of the first season of Luke Cage when they had... was it Copperhead? Or when they were just like, I'm wearing a parachute now. Like, are you?
Yeah.
It's very, very ABC television. Like, all right, cool. Like when you saw Deathlock in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you're like, oh.
It's like, oh, you're better than this.
Yeah.
Disney
Don't
Plus.
you got a budget? I don't know. That was a little weird. The crew, everyone else was very harmless.
Yeah.
I don't need a second season of this fucking show.
Yeah.
She could show up in other stuff. I would like the idea of all these other shows.
I'd like a Young Avengers show.
And then just take it from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, cool, here's Wiccan. What's Wiccan's deal? Well, he has a ghost and is looking for his brother. And here's Riri Williams. Oh, she made a deal with the devil, and she's possessed or some shit. I don't fucking know. She's got dark magic about her, which I thought that was cool too. I thought dabbling a little with magic and tech. Like, I'm like, all right, that's cool because we've seen 3 Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't need. This is technology. You know what I mean? Like, cool. Like, let's dab a little bit. Let's blur the lines a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I think we see Wiccan's. I think we're gonna see Wiccan's brother in the Vision show.
The Vision show. That's where we are, everybody. The Vision show.
I'm just...
No, I know. But if we get more Ultron, then I'm fine with that. If we get more Ultron, then I'm fine with that.
I thought you said if we get more Tron. I was like...
oh, we're about to.
Yeah.
We should do an updated RudeBoyz recap. RudeBoyz rank up. I can't even remember the fucking name of our fucking fun stories and bits and shit in our episodes. RudeBoyz rank up for... all Phase 5 stuff. I don't even think we did a full Phase 4 either. I think we might have done like...
We can combine them.
Yeah, we might... Because I know I'm pretty sure we ranked Black Widow, and maybe No Way Home.
There's no way to know.
No way to know. You're right. I'll have to check bit.ly/RudeBoyz rank up and see what we did. Or previous episodes of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus.
We'll actually be on Twitch.
Yes, that is true. We could... that doesn't crash on us when I fucking stream it off the laptop, so thank God for that. But we're entering a new phase soon. Anyway, we're done with Ironheart. Phase 5 is done. Phase 6
starts later this month.
Fantastic Four. Speaking of Fantastic Four, RudeNation.
Reed stretches. Sue goes invisible.
Sue also stretches. We don't talk about that.
Right.
What? I mean, you don't think, Tom, that. Come on. Reed can stretch any part of his body. I'm like, you know.
That's why Namor doesn't stand a chance.
People think that. Yeah, people are like, the only thing Reed's got is against him is his ego.
Yeah,
you know.
But
what's more important than family, Richard? Science. That's my favorite Venture Brothers bit.
Science.
The Impossibles. It's a very good bit on the Venture Brothers. But again, we're going to talk about Fantastic Four next episode of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. So, Rude Nation, here is your question for the episode. What is your favorite interpretation of the Fantastic Four? Maybe it is the 90s animated cartoon, which I saw plenty episodes on. I had plenty toys of. I think that you might even be able to see, Tom.
It means I gotta move.
No, I don't think you can see it. There's a box with the Fantastic Car.
Oh, nice.
Back there. Is the Fantastic Car in there? No. But the box is there. I don't know what the Fantastic Car is.
We also did watch a bunch of Fantastic Four animated series here. A while
we
back.
did, yes, because it's like a cavalcade of other Marvel characters.
Yeah,
like Ghost Rider. We were talking about Ghost Rider, like he had a fucking toy line, but not an actual show himself. He was in Fantastic Four. Daredevil in Fantastic Four. They did have Hulk crossovers, Iron Man crossovers, and all of them crossed over into Spider-Man the Animated Series, which is also getting a comic book continuation.
We
didn't talk about that. We'll talk about that when it comes out. But, yes, or maybe it's that new anime-inspired fucking Fantastic Four cartoon.
Ooh,
Probably not.
I think that was only like one season.
Right.
That was on at the same time as that Avengers one and the Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon.
Okay, sure. That
was
sounds
around
about
that
right.
time.
Yeah, the 90s, early 2000 relaunch of cartoon.
Actually, no, because that Fantastic Four one was on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
And the other two were on Fox.
Or
Fox Kids.
Maybe it's one of the live-action movies. Maybe it is the one starring R.I.P. Julian McMahon and Jessica Alba and Michael Chiklis and Chris Evans and
Ian Groffald.
Yeah, sure, that guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the Richard Corman Lost Media version of the Fantastic Four movie that we did do a RudeBoyz Go to the Movie on.
That was a good one.
That was a fun one. That was one of
fun
our early ones.
That was, yeah.
I think we did that for our pre-MCU Marvel ones. Who the fuck knows why we did that? But we did it. It's out there.
We did it because we found it on YouTube.
Yep, there you go. So you can find it right there. We're gonna do RudeBoyz Go to the Movies for the rest of the Fantastic Four movies. The the two, and Fanforstic, which we watched, and
I don't. Thank God, I don't remember.
Well, good. That's my Venom: The Last Dance. Perfect.
Oh my God.
Tom, you should own all the Marvel movies. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
There was a point in time I was gonna do that, and then I was just like, man, toys.
Fair. Or maybe it's the 616 comics. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the new Ultimate Universe Fantastic Four.
Heroes Reborn.
Heroes Reborn. Or
where Jim Lee...
the other Ultimate one. The old Ultimate. 1610. 1610?
Which is pretty much where the Maker comes from.
Yes, correct. Yes, tell us your favorite interpretation of Fantastic Four. And are you excited for... It's two-part. Are you excited for First Steps? And getting the proper Marvel Studios bringing in.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Fantastic Four. Last time, though, Nation.
And getting that Galactus.
Proper Galactus.
Getting that Galactus popcorn bucket.
The $80 popcorn, $80 Galactus popcorn.
It's only $8 because the lights, the eyes fucking light up.
It's a big boy, too.
Yeah.
RudeNation, last episode, we asked you, because it was our big E3 episode, what sort of video game you were hyped for back in the day, from release to when it was put in your hands. And the two ones that pop up in our Discord, bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord, TJ says Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I think is a fantastic answer. I think that I remember that hype cycle. I remember people were like, "Oh shit, it's a new Smash Brothers," and "Oh shit, it's got everybody," and "Oh shit, it's got the Belmonts and Ridley and all these other characters." That's a great answer.
Was that the one we tried to scam GameStop?
No, that was Brawl.
Oh, okay.
Brawl also pretty good hype cycle too. I'd have to say. Fillion in the Discord says Final Fantasy remake. I'm assuming she means 7 remake, which I remember that E3. That was not a Final Fantasy fan. That was a fucking tight because people were like it was like men and women were crying and babies were like one of those things like
shitting.
Babies always be shitting, but it's like a
much like our
everybody remembers.
He's a big fucking baby.
He's a big taco baby. People were hype for this all the time, and then they came out. But I think everybody likes remake a lot more than revival, whatever it is. Rebirth, yeah.
I've heard Rebirth is a drag.
That's what I've heard as well. Yes. Tom, do you have any answer for this? As far as a video game that is you have from beginning to in your hands, and maybe then there's some after that you've been hyped for.
Spider-Man.
Yes. I remember that first fucking trailer. Everyone was like, "Oh, yeah,
Spider-Man." And honestly, I'd say we were talking. I mentioned I want to replay this game, Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yes.
Ultimate Alliance 3. I was as soon as I saw that like that trailer, I was like, "Holy shit!"
I remember. I was in a supermarket watching it on like their Wi-Fi. I was shopping, and I'm like, "Oh, there's a Nintendo Direct on," and then that happened, and I'm like, "What the fuck am I watching?" Because that was after they either announced or revealed the Marvel's Avengers game. So then this happens, and I'm like, "Oh, I'd much rather play this fucking game now." Are you kidding me?
Absolutely. Like right now, like the game that I'm hype for is the Cosmic Crusaders. Marvel Cosmic Crusaders?
Cosmic Invasion.
Yes. We got there.
We got there in the end. Yes, absolutely.
Took us a minute.
I think a game, all excellent examples. I think TJ though kind of nailed it for me as far as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
Like I'm a sucker for a fucking good Smash Brothers game.
Sure, yeah.
And again, just their hype cycle is bar none. You know what I mean?
Right.
Meaning that like every Nintendo Direct you'll get a fucking new character reveal. You'll get a new bit of lore or something like that. You'll get something, and it's great. Marvel Spider-Man, which right now TJ on Twitch is playing. So follow him on twitch.tv/TJ866.
Yes.
Sorry, TJ, trying to give you a shout out.
We suck.
TJG66. Twitch.tv. But I think that does it for our episode.
That does it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nation, thank you for listening to our RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. We are wrapped up. Follow our social media platforms. You can go to our linktree, linktr.ee/RudeBoyz. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Get on our Discord. Find out when we're going to be doing our next episode of the RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus. RudeBoyz. bit.ly/RudeBoyz Discord. It's been a while, Tom.
It's been a while.
And, yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Hell of an outro. I feel like our fucking drunk ones have been a little more strong. Unless maybe I just have been asleep at the wheel a lot.
Well, this has also just been, bi-monthly
yeah, it's
podcast,
been a little,
so.
yeah. It's yeah. What are you going to do? Summertime, baby.
We can record more. That's what we can do.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's what you can do. I just fucking told you.
It's not what you can do.
And that will take us out.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.